So we're going to be doing a few different breathing exercises today. And before we start, I wanted to give a little bit of an intro into what we're doing. So there's three basic ways that we can relate to the breath. There's regulation, which means controlling the breath, having our frontal cortex change what we do with the breath. Then there's awareness of breath, where we just become non-judgmentally aware of what the breath is doing. And the third and the least understood is just a basic enjoyment of the breath. And so for the next 10 minutes, we're going to be going through all three of these different stages and how we relate to the breath. We'll start by coming to a comfortable seat. And then we'll just start to take attention to the breath. Asking ourselves a few questions silently. Where are we breathing? Is it through the nose? Through the mouth? Where is the breath open? Where is it restricted? What part of the body are we breathing into? Is it the belly? The ribs? Is the breath short or is it long? Not trying to change the breath, but just becoming aware of the breath as it is. And now we'll move from awareness of the breath into regulation or control of the breath. And so we'll start by inhaling for a count of 5 and exhaling for a count of 5. I'll go ahead and count the inhales and the exhales, but if you have a different rhythm of counting, go ahead and use it. So we'll start by inhaling for 5, exhaling for 5. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhaling, exhaling. And now we'll start to lengthen the count of the exhale. So inhaling for 5, and then exhaling through pursed lips out your mouth as if you were about to blow out a candle, and lengthening the length of the exhale until it's almost double the length of the inhale. Inhale. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. And we'll do one more of those. Now coming back, releasing any sort of control or regulation of the breath, and just allowing the breath to come back to an aware state. What changed from that practice? How do we feel? Do we feel more grounded? Do we feel less grounded? What has happened to the breath? Now, noticing that we can become aware of the breath, also bringing a sense of enjoyment and ease and pleasure into the breath. If this brings up any sort of emotional difficulty, just notice that as well. And come back to the breath, seeing if you can invite a little pleasure and joy into the breath. A really great way to do this is through gratitude, thanking yourself, thanking your ability to breathe, keeping you alive. Now, we're going to combine all three: regulation, awareness, and an enjoyment of the breath by breathing into different parts of the body. This can be an energizing practice for some. It can also be difficult for those who are disconnected from their bodies. So it's okay if you can't do it. Just notice any reaction that happens and come back to the breath. And so we'll start by inhaling the breath energy into the toes. We're not inhaling the breath into the toes because the breath can't go into the toes, but we can have this sense of energy of the breath, inhaling into the toes. Inhaling into the feet. Inhaling into the legs. Inhaling into the hips. Inhaling into the groin and the pelvic floor. Inhaling into the belly. Inhaling into the back. Inhaling into the side ribs. Inhaling into the chest. Inhaling into the arms and the hands. Inhaling into the throat. Inhaling into the face, allowing the jaw to relax. Inhaling into the head. Now inhaling into the whole body as one unit. Now letting go of any practice and just sitting with whatever is, inviting whatever is into our frame of awareness. And now as we transition back into the waking state, just kind of start to move the body in whatever way it feels comfortable. You can wiggle the fingers and the toes. And when you're ready, opening the eyes if they're closed. And thank you. It's great meditation.